decided it's better late than never, so today I'm filming everything that I knit in 2024. There have been many things that happened, nothing too dramatic, but if you can, yeah. In this day and age, it's difficult to say what, like, our perception of what is dramatic, I think, changed dramatically. I went to Nepal, as you know, and then after I came back I had sinusitis for a bit, which is like the story of my life. So I was not able to film because I had a very weird voice, then my camera broke, but now I'm here. And this video hopefully is going to be kind of short and sweet. This is what I'm aiming for because I would love to film something else also today. And I'm pretty sure that majority of the things you already saw if you're following my podcast. If not, I will try to leave the corresponding podcasts in which I was speaking about some of the projects in detail. So I think it's going to be easier this way. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more of a kind of like a catalog of everything. And yeah, I hope you will like it. So in 2024, I knit 7 sweaters, 3 cardigans, 1 vest, 3 summer tops, 3 shawls, 7 pairs of socks, 5 accessories, and 3 baby gift knits. I knit the amount that I just described to you, and I think it was quite okay. I'm quite a fast knitter, but at the same time, for example, for me, the summer here in Sicily, it's a little bit more difficult to even think about knitting because it's way too hot. So even cotton, like there are only so many cotton tops that you can knit, and you most probably will not even wear them. So this is it. Part of the year usually escapes me in this sense. But let's start from January last year, when I finished my first sweater of the year, which was this one. It's a no frills sweater by PetiteKnit. It's super basic and plain raglan, which I kind of like because it's raglan with one raglan stitch, which is, in my opinion, very elegant and very simple and something that I really like. I finished it and I wore it quite a lot. I love this cool pink lilac-y tone to this yarn. It's both drops yarns. I will leave the information in the description. I'm wearing this sweater a lot. I wore it yesterday, and it's something that I think was quite a good addition to my wardrobe. I'm pretty sure that maybe in a bit, like in some time, I will knit one more just in different color because I'm a little bit tired of raglans, and you will see why now, because my next sweater that I made in 2024 is this zipper sweater. Totally, fully, completely black, which says something because it was not for me, it was for my boyfriend. And as they say, you must love that person really much if you knit them completely black garment, especially considering that my boyfriend is quite tall and he has long hands, and the sleeves on this, normally I don't have sleeve island problem, but the sleeves on this sweater really almost did it for me. I just couldn't. Every time that I was asking him, please try it on, and it was still somewhere over here, I was just getting desperate. But in the end, it's finished, and this is the normal zipper sweater normal one, not the light one. I was thinking, I think that maybe this year at some point, just from utilitarian purposes, I will knit myself one. I want to knit it in navy blue. I'm not going to buy the female version of the pattern because it makes no sense in my opinion. I know that there are so many people who were very upset after buying it, and I'm all for supporting designers, but I also want designers, like in some cases I also want designers to have my back a little bit more. I'm not going to buy another pattern. I'm going to just use the male version, decide which amount of positive ease I want, and that's it. Just make some changes based on what I prefer. Okay, after that, the next sweater that I knitted was this one. It's Blouse number 1 by my favorite things Knitwear. It's knitted in drops Flora in double-stranded, and the sample that is on Ravelry and everything, I think it was knitted in silk from Knitting for Olive, and also double-stranded. I wanted a sweater, I didn't want a blouse, so hence it's a sweater. And in the last podcast I was saying that I will extend the sleeves, and I did that. I added like about 10 centimeters to the sleeves and quite a lot to the bottom of the sweater. I just blocked the sweater. It's kind of a little bit, still a little bit not 100% dry. I blocked it in order to see the length that I am at, because I wanted to also block it a little bit more aggressively and make it a little bit roomier, because this pattern is made for negative ease, and I kind of tried to accommodate for it when I was knitting it first time, because I'm not a big fan of negative ease, especially for sweaters. So I blocked it. Now I'm going to try it on, because basically, as I said, it was just drying there. I picked it up for the video. I will see what is the length now, and if it's okay, I will just add the I-cord. If not, I will extend it a little bit more and then add the I-cord. I also added the I-cord on the neckline, which it didn't have before. So I hope that with these changes I'm going to wear it a little bit more, because I'm not the person who likes short sleeves or like the bracelet length or something like that. And this brings us to this. This was my next sweater. I think it was like more or less the same time. I think I technically finished it after blouse number 1, because I miscalculated the amount of yarn I needed, and I still needed to order like 1 or 2 balls. So while I was waiting for it, I finished that one. This is Salty Day Sweater by Kika or Veronika Lindberg. I actually knitted quite many of her patterns over the years. I maybe will make a video about that. I don't know if I will, but this is my plan. And my view of her patterns is that usually whatever the size is suggested in the pattern, if I will make it for myself, it's going to be too big and too short. It's just how it is. No, she likes oversized fit, but also at the same time she likes I think shorter sweaters than I prefer personally. So I finished it. I'm wearing it this year, because when I finished it last year it was already way too hot, and my feedback is that it's definitely too short, especially considering that it has twisted ribs, so it's kind of boxy, but it's not long enough for this boxiness to kind of be comfortable and nice, because it kind of ends straight ahead. So I ordered, I'm going to be speaking about this in my next podcast, but I ordered a couple of more balls of, this is Drops Nepal with Vivienne, Sesia Vivienne mohair, which is an Italian yarn, no? Italian brand Sesia. So I will extend the sleeves a little bit, because it's kind of, they're like this now. I would prefer them to be somewhere here. So I'm going to be extending the sleeves just a little, but by a little bit. I would prefer them to be somewhere here. I like longer sleeves, honestly. And also on the body, I'm going to be closing it a bit better with Italian bind off, because right now it's all over the place. And on the body, I will be adding 1 more of this eyelet repeats at the bottom, and then adding the twisted rib again. I think it's going to make it a little bit more wearable, because from this type of like white winter white intricate like eyelet beautiful detail sweater, I would prefer for it to be a little bit longer, a little bit cozier. And I know that there are some people who like to crop basically all of their knits. I'm not one of these people. I like them to be longer, even if I'm wearing them with a skirt or with the dress, I don't mind it. So yeah, this is going to be my next mending process after I will finish with this one. After that, the next sweater was, I believe, this Trescau sweater, Trescau jumper, something like that, by Along avec Anna. It's a free pattern. And it has these beautiful details that in the raglan stitches. It's a free pattern, as I said, so I can tell you it's you don't make left or right. You just make eyelets. You just make yarn overs, which creates this beautiful detail. And I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful in kind of like heavier merino and in darker color, just this small detail of a little bit of skin showing. I'm kind of, maybe will consider it for in a bit. But as I said, I knit so many raglans in this year, including raglan sweaters, raglan cardigans, that I'm a little bit, I don't want to say sick of them, but I'm a little bit overwhelmed by them. I would prefer now to focus on, for some time I would prefer to focus on the drop shoulders, on like more interesting shoulder details. And even if it's going to be raglan, it's going to be, sorry, I just touched the microphone, I hope you didn't hear. It's going to be a different type of raglan. Maybe I think I spoke about it in my last podcast, that I would love to knit a sweater from Vitra design, from her book, and it has a different type of, it has a very pretty raglan sleeve, but different way, not this type of like very geometrical raglan. But anyways, returning to this one, I knitted after, still in the summer. I think I was in Ukraine in August to visit my family, which I try to do if I can, because yeah, if life taught me anything, is that you never know when you will be able to see your family next time. So I was in Ukraine and I brought some of my cotton tops with me to finish knitting, and I was so sick of them, and the weather was kind of a little bit not as suffocating as here in Sicily, because here the humidity is something that is absolutely unbelievable. Even if in degrees it might be hotter in Ukraine, actually it might be like 35 there and 31 here, but here it feels like sauna. So I took this one. It's a Merinocot from LanaGatto, which is an Italian brand again, and I wanted to make it stripy, so this is what I did. I added stripes. It was like 5 rows, it's just my modification, 5 rows of contrast color, and I think 12 rows, I have notes in my Ravelry, 12 rows of main color. And this sweater I wore quite a lot, actually, when it became a little bit cooler, but not as cold for me to justify wearing like a heavy wool sweater. So this was kind of a nice addition, especially like with the trench, with the leather jacket, with something like that. It was a very nice addition to my wardrobe. And honestly, I think that I wouldn't mind to knit maybe not the same sweater, but something in the same yarn, because it's light. It's kind of light, but it has the bounce of merino. No, it's Merinocot, it's 50-50, so it has the bounce of merino, but it has the lightness of cotton, so it's just lovely. And in my last round of adjusting my knits, I also added I-cord here, and actually I didn't do a very good job at hiding the ends. I need to fix it, but I added the I-cord on the neckline because I didn't have it before, and I think, me personally, I don't like the raw edge, so it was a good decision for me. Next one was, it's not a sweatshirt from Knitting for Olive book. It's this one. I knitted it in Drops Air, and I complained a lot about this in previous podcasts, about the difference in the, it's not even the difference in the dye lot, because I would be okay with the dye lot being different when I'm buying yarn like 6 months later, but it's just difference in everything, because it's completely different yarn, the second one that I bought. But I believe that when I wear it, it's not very visible, and this is actually, yeah, it's kind of this like sweatshirty soft goodness. Even though I'm not a big fan of Drops Air, I don't think that I will knit with it again, unless I absolutely have to and I can't find any other substitute. But I think I would love to explore more blown yarn, because it's so soft, it's so light, and I think it was like 6 balls, I think. It's like 300 grams, 340 grams, something like that. And it's so soft and so light, and it's so warm actually, because it's fluffy, it's nice, and I wear it quite a lot, because I'm not the person who wears athleisure normally. At least even if I wear, I don't feel like I'm presenting myself the best way. For me personally, I'm just feeling uncomfortable, no? And athleisure actually, it's not a thing in Europe, in my opinion, at least from what I see. And so I'm not the person to wear a sweatshirt to work even to go buy groceries. Honestly, it's not like, it doesn't happen for me that often. Sometimes I can, but not really on the regular basis. And this is my version of a very comfortable fit, warm, light, fluffy. Yeah, I wear it to the office, I wear it for the groceries, I wear it to grab coffee with my friends, and it's the best. So even though I don't like Drops Air, I would think that I would love to reknit it in, not reknit it, but like knit it once again in blown yarn, but different one. I don't know, maybe Sandnes Poppy or Snefnog by Camarose or something like that. And the last out of kind of like sweatery things is this one. It's actually Emmanuel T. It's a t-shirt. It's supposed to be a t-shirt pattern, which is free on Hobby website and for payment on Ravelry. I needed it in the end of the year. Basically, I was just trying to. I managed to wear it like a couple of times before it became too cold. I've made it in a mix of cotton viscose, also from an Italian brand. I think it's called. I don't remember right now. Doesn't matter. Light. It's kind of like a lighter blousey type of thing. It has this beautiful lace on the back, and honestly, even though, as I said before, the pattern was quite difficult to understand, at least for me, because it has many different sections that explain to you what you need to do. Each section explains to you everything that you need to do throughout the sweater. No? So for example, you need to do this many increases at this type of rows and blah blah blah. The next section will be, at the same time, you need to knit this and this, and in the odd numbered rows, you need to do something else. And the next section will explain to you how to knit the lace. I think it could have been a little bit more written in a little bit easier way. But on the other hand, it's a free pattern, so obviously I cannot complain about that. Lovely addition. Once again, I think I was speaking about that. I wouldn't mind to have it in merino or something like that, because it's kind of, it's a nice pattern, and I think it will look very beautiful in kind of like bouncy, like a little bit fluffier, a little bit yeah, a little bit more luxe fabric. This is all for the sweaters. After that I knitted, not after that, but at the same time, I'm going to be speaking like the pattern for Emmanuel T. At the same time, I knitted 3 cardigans, which I'm not going to take that much time to speak about, I hope, because they're quite straightforward. First of all, it's this one. This I'm a little bit embarrassed to show you. I think I need to take it out. This is my turtle dove cardigan, also knit in Drops Air. It's the same yarn that was used for the sweater that I just showed you. I absolutely love this pattern. I bought Lana magazine in order to knit this pattern, which is, it's not like it was not available, but I think it was not available actually at that time. Anyways, I bought Lana magazine specifically for this pattern, and for other ones obviously, but specifically for this one. And the moment I finished knitting it, this pattern became free on Ravelry. And I think it has, because there was a mistake in the pattern in the magazine, so there was an errata, and now I hope it's all in one place, all fixed. So you can download it and knit it. It's a beautiful cardigan. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to knit not one, but maybe like a couple of them, even this year. I want to knit like blue tweedy version without fluff, so it's going to be a bit lighter for spring, and maybe another version, we will see. This one I wore absolutely to death, and maybe you can see it because yeah, I can see on the camera that you can see the peeling here. Drops Air, once again, not my favorite yarn, but very light, very warm. I wore it so much and I got so many compliments from it, because this type of raglan construction where you're making more increases on the body than on the sleeves, I think it works very well. It's very elegant, very chic. It's something that Melissa Cloulot from I didn't say if it was from, yeah, it's her pattern. She's super famous for this type of construction. Beautiful, free pattern, highly recommend. The next one is once again no frills, and also from PetiteKnit, but it's a cardigan. It's this one. I showed it many times, I'm not going to be speaking about it. It's just this green tweedy goodness that I also got so many compliments on. It's longer cardigan, and I'm thinking about knitting either the same one, the same pattern, or something with a different pattern, but in length inspired by this one, because I never thought that I needed a longer cardigan until I got this one, and my life has changed. Got so many compliments all the time. It's so versatile, so nice to wear, both with anything. I love even if you're wearing it with jeans and t-shirt and this cardigan and some jewelry, and you look like you put so much more effort than you actually did. Amazing, love these things. And the last cardigan is this one. It's braidy loop by Other Loops. It has these beautiful cables on the shoulders and on the sleeves. I'm going to be remaking it. It's not working out for me. I finished it a little bit before going to Nepal in December. No, it's too short. It's not working out for me. I don't like how it looks. It's I added short rows, and I think at this level where I ended it, it's good length in the back, but it's too short in the front, so it feels very weird. I wore it a couple of times. I wore it to the office, I wore it around, and I'm not happy about it. I'm feeling like something is not okay, and as I said, I don't like crop things, so I'm going to be frogging the button band and adding some length to the body. Thankfully I have quite a lot of this yarn, so if I want to, I can make it even longer. But if you're planning to knit this pattern, I would tell you to be careful, because if you want an oversized look, you need to really go up a few sizes, because it's quite true to size, in the sense that it's quite, once again, slim fitting. It's not an oversized big cardigan. Yes. Next, I need a snuggle paddle vest. Sorry, I need to double check, because I always have issues with the name of this vest. I don't know why. It's designed by Jeanette Knits. It's this one, and I don't wear it at all. So I'm going to be thinking what to do with it. Maybe I will frog it and remake it. I don't know. I will see, because I absolutely love the design. I had so much fun knitting it. It has Japanese short rows in the shoulders, which was beautiful. I love everything about it, but for some reason, every time I try to wear it, I choose to wear something else. Like I put it on and I change. I think maybe it's because of the drop shoulder, because it's kind of like, it arrives until here, and I think it kind of it creates a little bit of a weird shape on me. Maybe it's this. I don't know. I'm thinking about knitting another vest this year, so we will see. Maybe I just don't wear vests. That one I want to try anyways, but this one is up for discussion. I don't know what to do with it. Then I knitted 3 summer tops, which are technically 3 summer tops, 2 patterns, 1 designer. First one is Sailor Swift top by once again Kutovakiko or Veronika Lindberg. I knitted it in this bordo burgundy mercerized cotton first, without stripes. Then I re-knitted it in suggested yarn. It's Mandarin Petit by Sandnes Garn with stripes. It's white and navy. And this was the second time that I knitted it with stripes, because last year I knitted 2 years ago. 2 years ago I made it. It was too big. I had to frog it and remake it. I don't think that I will want to knit this pattern in the nearest future, just because I'm a little bit done with it. And the last summer top, if you don't count Emmanuel T, because technically it's also a summer top, just that I made it a little bit more transitional season. It's this one. It's a love letter top, once again by Kutovakika. I'm thinking to knit it again this year in red. We will see. I have the yarn, I have the Katia linen, but this one I absolutely love. It's beautiful color, it's beautiful everything. It's once again, I have this thing with because this is cotton, and I have this thing with cotton that it stretches out in the sides and goes up in the length. So once again, I'm feeling like it's a little bit too short for me, but nothing too dramatic. This I can wear because it's still a summer top. I can wear it with something that is a little bit more high-waisted, but I would prefer for it to be a little bit longer, and I don't have any more yarn. I had like this much left by the time that I finished with the binding. So something to keep in mind. But otherwise, super beautiful, and really I wouldn't mind to knit it once again because it was so much fun. It's so intricate, it's so much lace, it's so many different sections which you're never bored of. So anyways, my biggest recommendations. Then I have 3 shawls. Once again, nothing that you didn't see before. First one is the Flora shawl, once again by Melissa Clulow. This one. Finished it. It was the first shawl of last year that I finished. I love it. Warm, squishy, lovely thing. I absolutely adore it. Then was my long project, very long project, which is my Steven West shawl. It's shawlography. I finished it in somewhere in autumn, I think. I love it. I wore it many times, and every time people are asking me like, are you kidding me, did you knit it? So yeah, it's been a process, especially the last segments, this kind of like slices, if I can call them that. But it was so much fun. It was like pure process, not result knit, but it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. I loved choosing colors. I loved playing with them. I was leaving it for a couple of months, then I was returning to it. It was kind of like this ongoing process for the majority of the year, and I loved having that. So yeah. And the last one is my birthday caston. It's my own design, if I can say that, because there is not much designing here. It's once again garter, but it's kind of like, you would say that it's a neck warmer, but it's extremely long. It's like somewhere around, it ends somewhere around my knees. I wanted to have this type of shawl for a long time, and I wore it quite a lot. I wore it also, even used it in the office when it's just, I'm sitting by the window, so sometimes it's a little bit cold in the winter, and I'm just wearing it. I can drape it wherever I want because it's like, it has the collar, but I can put like both of these panels back, or I can put them in the front. I can drape them different ways. I can wear it as a kind of like a cardigan, no, with the longer, not a cardigan, but like to have longer parts on my arms, which is like very convenient, very nice, and very warm. So yeah, I'm not planning to write any, maybe I will write a recipe for this. Simple, easy, useful, cool, squishy, all the good things. After this I have some socks. I was doubting whether I should show them to you because some of them are like really worn, and I was thinking, I watched a video by Marie from In Her Skein in October, which I absolutely loved, where she showed all of her socks from different, not all of her socks, but like socks from different yarns, and how they, different compositions, different type of wool, and how they wore over the years. So I'm thinking to make maybe a video like that in October, but for now I'm just going to be sliding through them very fast because I also didn't depil them or anything. So maybe if you don't like to see worn socks, you can skip. First ones are these ones. They're called Mereshka socks by March. She's a Ukrainian designer. They're super completely felted. I knitted them in Drops Nord. I spoke about this. They were huge, so I washed them many times in the washing machine until they completely felted, and I didn't mind it. They're just felty, comfortable. I wear them to sleep. I wear them around the house. They're all good. After that I have these socks. Also didn't depil. Probably you can see that there's some peeling on them. This is yarn. It's 100% like natural fiber. No, it doesn't have any nylon in it. It's I don't remember the percentages. That's why I'm a little bit confused. I remember that it's alpaca and I think merino, but anyways, like just sheep wool. And I bought it in Auburg in Bolzano. It's a small shop, lovely shop. I want to make my guide around the shops of the places where I've been, yarn shops. This one gets my biggest recommendations. They're so sweet, the ladies who work there, and they really help you, but they don't have, for them, this is the sock wool. They don't believe in nylon in sock yarn, which is cool. These are my meditation / yoga socks. I It's just vanilla socks on 3mm needles. I don't remember now how many stitches I cast on, but it was a very quick, simple project. Slip stitch heel. I added a little bit, it didn't have any pattern. I added a little bit of lace here. I think maybe I consulted for the number of stitches. I think I consulted the Vanilla Sock Decay by Crazy Sock Lady. I don't remember. I think it was maybe that one. I just checked how many stitches I needed, and then I just went from there, like I went completely rogue. Nice socks, I wear them. I took them with me to Nepal, and it was the best thing ever in the long day of trekking, to get to the guest house, to take hot shower, sit by the fire and put my feet in these socks. It was absolutely lovely. Then I have these two pairs of socks. This, like, I think I'm missing something. I said I knitted 7 pairs of socks. Ah, yeah, right. Okay. Okay, I knitted my Hermione everyday socks. I showed them to you before. I forgot about them. I frogged them. I'm going to remake them because they were so different between themselves, and I'm not knitting socks one by one anymore. I knit 2 of them at the same time. So that yarn, it was a very lovely hand-dyed yarn. I didn't want to waste it for something that I'm not going to be wearing. So I frogged them, and I'm going to be knitting other socks from them. Maybe actually just plain vanilla socks, because that yarn is very variegated, and I think I don't like the texture in it, because it starts to look a little bit weird. It's like a bit too much. Then I knitted 2 pairs of socks from another Ukrainian designer's pattern. It's kind of not a pattern, it's a type of workshop where she has videos and she explains to you how to knit. These are the socks that are knitted toe up. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to close them. That's why these ones I never wore. You see, it still has... last time I spoke about them, I said that I will I will bind them off again, and I didn't do that. I need to do this. These ones I wore quite a lot. This is the first ones that I knit. They're quite long. I think I need to bind them off again because they're also not stretchy enough, but I will deal with this, maybe even these days, because it's getting ridiculous. These ones I'm wearing a lot, but yeah, I would prefer them to be a little bit different. These ones, then I have this pair of Sari Nordland Udi socks, which is a free pattern from when she was working for Novita. I knitted them in Regia silk, premium silk. I can already see that it's not going to last, this yarn, because I wore them 2 times. I didn't even walk in them. I just sat on my bed and I put them on, I slept in them, and yeah, and I can see already that they're peeling quite a lot. But the pattern is beautiful. I spoke about this before, and I absolutely recommend it. Maybe I will knit it in different sock yarn. And the last one are the ones that I knitted for my boyfriend in the end of the year from Yak, Regia Premium Yak, and he wears them quite a lot. I don't have them here now. He wears them quite a lot. They're warm, they're lovely, and I love knitting from that yarn. Absolutely. I want to buy a bowl of kind of like, they have this very nice deep green color. I want to buy this deep green for my socks, but I'm going to be making heels and toes from the rest of that yarn that I use for him, for his socks. It's in the previous podcast, you can see it. I show them very nicely there. This was all about socks. Then we have accessories. As for accessories, I knitted 2 Oslo hats. The first one, I don't have it with me. I gave it to my boyfriend, my partner's mother, in Nepal. He's from Nepal. We went there. I gave her that hat that I made. It was kind of made in cashmere and mohair. Very warm, kind of this like pink, cold, cooler pink color, which is lovely. She loved it. She wore it straight ahead. I'm very happy. And you will see that I knitted myself another Oslo hat after that. Then I knitted this one. It's also Oslo hat. Oslo hat, I had the mohair edition pattern. Now, as far as I know, not as far as I know, it's for sure, I got the update from Ravelry that now Oslo hat and Oslo hat mohair edition, they're combined into one pattern. So it's great. Still didn't need that one, but this was still for mohair edition. I knitted it from Drops Baby Merino, something like that. You see, it has no structure at all. I'm going to be it was a lot of work, but I'm going to be frogging it, and I'm going to be using this yarn for something else. I don't mind having this baby approved yarns because there's so many babies born around me, so this is not going to go to waste. Just that I need to frog it. I wanted to show it to you before that, because here it never gets that cold for hats anyways, but if it gets, or if we're going somewhere to the mountains, this is not going to make it, so it's just, I just don't need it. Then I knitted this hat. It's a traveler's hat, I think, by Andrea Maury. I was super angry at this pattern. You can see the previous podcasts about this. I had a huge beef with this pattern, and yeah, I wore it since then probably like 2 times or 3 times. I wore it when we were trekking one of the Annapurna's trails. It was like a small 3-day trek, but anyways, I wore it in the morning when it was like super cold. It was like negative temperatures. And then I wore it when we were coming back, and we had a long layover in Istanbul, and it was raining and it was cold. I just don't think that I will be wearing this hat as it is. So I'm going to be also frogging it most probably, and using this yarn. It's also yarn from Augsburg, from Bolzano. It's also, I think, alpaca and some sheep wool. I don't remember exactly which one. Made in Peru, I think. Anyways, I really like this yarn. I don't like the hat, so I'm going to be I'm going to be frogging the hat and repurposing the yarn because the yarn is lovely. I want to have another hat in it. Then I knitted this. It's called Simple Hood by Lia Like. It was my kind of present to myself. This yarn, it's Malabrigo Rios in color Lotus. I bought it when I finished my novel last year, my second novel, and actually I've recently finished all the editing parts, so it's going to be published very soon. I'm very happy about that. But anyways, this yarn makes me very happy. This hood, a little bit less, but I wore it a couple of times, and I think the best thing was when it was very cold and rainy here. I went to the cinema on Sunday morning with my friend, and it was raining and everything, so I had this hood on me doubled with the hood from my parka, and it was so warm and nice. It was like literally the best combination ever, because it was warm, not too hot, because of the wool content and everything, and at the same time the wind was not entering, because normally in the hood from my parka it's quite open, and it's normally quite uncomfortable for me, so doubling the hoods is a great idea. And then the last thing is this kind of like bandana thing that I knitted also from Ukrainian designer's pattern. Her name is Natka Knits, and it was kind of like charity thing, so I donated some money. She added me to the group for this pattern. I knitted it in one evening in the same cotton from the one that you saw in my Sailor Swift top. Lovely thing. I'm not wearing it that much, but I'm thinking that even if I'm not going to wear it, I have a friend who wears it and she is a dancer, so maybe she will like it. We will see. I will test it out in spring. And the last part, for which I need to consult my notes because I don't have any of these pieces, are baby gift knits. Over the year 2024, I've knitted kind of 3 different patterns with 4 different pieces. First one was Dagmar's shirt by PetiteKnit. I knitted in Drops Baby Merino, the yellow one from the hat. Actually, the hat was from yarn from that project. And I knitted for my niece in Ukraine. It looks so adorable on her. I'm not going to be inserting any photos because like children are not giving their consent for that, obviously. And I'm taking this really seriously, but I'm going to insert the photo of the top. It's so beautiful. It's such a nice pattern, actually. I think that for myself personally, PetiteKnit, sometimes I'm thinking, like, you can see that I knit her things sometimes, but not all the time. I'm trying to be very mindful. I'm trying to test other designers, explore and everything. For children things, I really trust her so much because, first of all, she has many kids. Second of all, they're so adorable. And so I have I have some other patterns for children knits, and you will see it this year because I have some plans. But this year it was like two of the three patterns were from PetiteKnit. So first one is Dagmar's shirt, this one, lovely, absolutely lovely, and it can be knitted up until like quite like it has a very big range of sizes, so it's a good investment actually if you want to buy only one pattern or like a couple of patterns. Then for my same niece, I knitted Baby Bear Bonnet by Pernille Larsen from Knitting for Olive, this one. Absolutely adorable. And the last baby knit was Seaside Set, also by PetiteKnit, this one, for my friend's son. And I just saw that son, that baby. He was not a baby anymore, he's growing very fast. But I knitted for 1 year, like the size for 12 months. But he was already, since he was born, he was tall, kind of like he's a tall boy. And he's now 9 months, but he's wearing it since a couple of months. He's wearing basically both the trousers and the sweater, so also quite a good pattern. One of my friends told me that sometimes some children, they grow out of trousers faster than out of sweater. I don't know, they said that it still fits him, but I saw him in the sweater, he's wearing it like it's a working horse in his little wardrobe, so it's lovely to see. And I think that it was not a fun week in my life, honestly, knitting a sweater, like whole sweater, because it's almost the same thing as knitting a sweater for myself, just on bigger gauge and bigger yarn, because it was like a ridiculous number of stitches. It was like all the sweater techniques just in small piece like this. But when you see them, it kind of makes it all worth it. So I'm happy that I did. So I'm happy that I made it. Okay, that was it. As I said, I will try to leave all the corresponding podcasts in the description. Otherwise, I don't have that many podcasts. You can just go and see what is there. And I hope you loved this video. I hope maybe it was useful for you in some sense. I think I had a very good knitting year, because the year before that, I think I was knitting so much, and then I had only one sweater to show for myself, because one sweater and one scarf, yeah, because everything else I was like knitting and frogging. So last year it was much better. The only thing is that now I need to work on the fit better, because for example this, I knew that it will be too short. When it's not short, no, it's just not what I prefer. I like longer sleeves, and I know that about myself. So when I blocked it, it kind of grew a little bit, and I was like, it's going to be okay. No, it's not going to be okay. Like this will never be okay for me. I need like until here at least. So like a couple of more centimeters, but so much more enjoyment from my knits. So now I need to work on that. I need to not crop things. I need to arrive to the right length, both on sleeves and on the body. And also, speaking about my Brady loop cardigan, I also need to be more careful about how much positive negative is the piece has, because I think it's also important. I would really love that. For the way that cardigan is constructed, for me to have it more oversized, I will need to frog it all, and I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to add more length, and I hope it will make it a little bit more wearable for me. I will get more enjoyment from it, because I wanted to have the feel of like almost like book club cardigan that I'm most probably never going to knit, because everyone knitted it and I saw how much work is it, and I don't know if it's going to be like the best. I think I'm going to eat my words so much, because if like I'm the type of person who in 2 weeks I might be like, this is the only thing that I need in my life, book club cardigan. So don't quote me on that. But I want it to have the same feel, no? I want it to be a little bit longer, I want it to be a little bit like cozier, like something that you can actually wear to a library, book club, bookstore, whatever, to have a cozy reading time. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you saw it. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Once again, I can see that the algorithms are not working for me, but for now I'm kind of resisting. If you enjoyed this video, if it brought any value to you, please write me a couple of words, or like this video, or I don't know. Let me know in some way. I really would highly appreciate it. Wishing you a great time of the day, wherever you are. See you in my next video. Bye!